Mic checker. Chicka. It's not some, baby. Yeah. A one time, baby. What? For your mind, baby. Yeah. We gon' shine, baby. And what we do, we gon' grind, baby. Yeah. What? And this is another episode. So. A Swingers After Dark. And this is your host. Not some, baby. Here we go. Yo, you got a lot of hoes who are selling their ass. Yes, they paying their rent in ass, not in cash. Now, I just said hoes. I said that facetiously, because sometimes you gotta do the wrong things for the right reasons. Real talk. I'm not here to judge, I'm not here to be the moral police. And I get it, we're in a pandemic, and a pandemic have fucked up a lot of things for people, male or female. You understand me? But I'm seeing reports that, women are using their bodies to pay their rent. They fucking the landlord for rent payments. Now, I get it. You feel me? I get the hustle. I get the grind. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing or it's a right thing. Or I'm not saying it's a bad thing or it's a good thing. I'm saying that, ladies, or gentlemen, like every day we live with decisions that we made. I'm a firm believer that I'm not the product of my environment. I'm the product of the right and wrong decisions that I made. You understand me? I'm not using that I'm a product of my environment excuse. Men do not make excuses. You make excuses and you get excused. You feel me? But here's the thing, a lot of ladies, this is a wake-up call for everybody. And it's crazy that you seeing women, they got to give up the box to pay their rent. They're not paying in cash, they paying in ass. And a lot of landlords are taking the bait. They taking the bait because not for nothing, a lot of landlords fantasize about fucking their tenants anyway. So this is like a golden opportunity to always live out those fantasies. You feel me? And it's like an epidemic of women fucking for rent. They sleeping with their landlords or their superintendents or whatever the case may be for rent because this pandemic fucked up the game. Like this coronavirus shit, it's like everybody's struggling. You might have not gotten your unemployment or your stimulus check was used for food and pay other bills, or you did not get your unemployment yet, or you're not eligible for unemployment, or whatever the case may be. Your stimulus check, it was alright, and then your severance check, your severance pay when you got laid off for furlough, it's like, So I get it. I get the grind. I get the hustle. You understand me? Because I remember back in the day, a lot of women, they used to cook for their landlords. They used to serve up meals for their landlords. If they were behind on rent or they couldn't make rent, they use what they have to their advantage. Their ingenuity. You understand me? And a lot of landlords, they'll gladly accept payments and pussy. You feel me? They don't give a fuck. They just want to get that nut. They want to get their shit off. And a lot of women, they gotta live with that, especially if you're a chick who's not used to selling your box. If you're not used to selling that snatch, you're not used to selling that ass. If you're not used to that, then you may not look at yourself in the mirror. You may hate yourself for it. But you got to realize this, ladies. I always say this. A lot of this could have been avoided. How not, son? How could this have been avoided? I'm going to say this. This pandemic hit different when you fucking dudes who can't give you money, who can't slide you money. You fucking with broke motherfuckers who can't give you a fucking dollar, who can't slide you a few dollars to hold you down. Yes, this pandemic hit different when you fucking with dudes who won't slide you a few dollars. Real talk. And it's crazy. It's like all this time you sleeping for free, and now when you need money to pay your bills and your rent, you got a wet pussy and a dry purse. And that shit don't match. And now you looking like Boo Boo the Fool because all this time you fucking with the weed man who can give you shit. You texting motherfuckers who can give you shit. You texting your baby daddy who can give you shit. You texting your ex, calling your ex-husband, your ex-boyfriend who can give you shit. They can't give you anything. And now you got to sell the pussy to pay your rent and your bills. And it's hard for everybody. It's hard. Like, people are pawning their goods, pawning their clothes. Listen, they giving up pictures, like family pictures, whatever they do, whatever they could do to pay the rent, to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Because we never seen this shit. Like, we never seen something like this since the Great Depression of the 1930s. You understand? We never seen shit like this before. And every 100 years, a pandemic occurred. So we were never prepared. We were not prepared. Even when we see these apocalyptic movies on Netflix or in Hollywood or whatever the case may be, we were not prepared because we didn't think that something like this was going to happen in our lifetime. Maybe in our children's lifetime, but not in our lifetime. And now there's a fucking rude awakening that we got to prepare ourselves, you know, because if you're ready, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, you know. And me personally, I'm not gonna lie, this shit caught me off guard. Real talk. This shit caught me off guard because I was not prepared for this. You know, I had to scramble like everybody else to get essentials. You understand me? But you know, a lot of ladies, you know, hold your head, keep your head up, because a lot of women, they doing the OnlyFans hustle. They selling sex to pay bills and rent, whether they fucking a landlord or they on their OnlyFans page fucking and sucking and doing something strange for some change, or they talking to dudes, they finessing dudes out of money because they got a good math game. They know how to market themselves, promote themselves without opening their legs. You know, you have a lot of women, they using whatever they have to their advantage, and I get it. I am not judging, ladies. I'm a firm, listen, if I was a female, man, I'd be a fucking millionaire right now, because pussy makes the world go round. And a lot of dudes would pay you just to have a conversation with them. They'll pay you attention, literally. They'll pay you mind, literally. You understand me? Like, a lot of women, y'all got it made, but morally, you're looking at morals and saying, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. That's not me. But hey, when the first of the month comes and, you know, the landlord is beating down your door and your landlord is not giving you forbearance rather, there's no, you know, he's not forgiving you for the months that you miss. And even if he does forgive you for the month that you miss and gives you forbearance, you still got to pay that shit back. You understand me? But a lot of women are proud, and I get it. You standing on your morals, you standing 10 toes solid. You would rather move in with family members than to fuck your landlord, who's a fucking creep, and you know he's looked like a fucking pig anyway. You understand me? But hey, you may kiss the frog, and a frog may turn into a prince. You feel me? So you may have to do what you got to do regardless, baby girl. But I get it. I get the struggle. But you know what this pandemic had taught me, what I had learned during this pandemic, and I'm sure a lot of people can learn from this. What the pandemic had taught me is always save some money for a rainy day. You know, have your savings account on deck, because you never know when something may happen. You may never know when you need an umbrella or shelter for a rainy day. You understand me? You may, like, nobody predicted this pandemic. Like, I've seen clips where, you know, people made predictions that, you know, something bad was going to happen, but they did not tell us when the shit was going to happen. You did not tell us when, like the Mayans didn't tell us when slavery was going to happen. Real talk. So, you know, a lot of people are grasping for straws, and they don't know when this pandemic is going to end. Because I go to these, you know, grocery stores, and they are not stocking up. They're not stocking the shelves. So, you know, you better get it while the getting is good, because we don't know how long we're going to be stuck in this bitch. It's like we're in a fucking movie. We're in a Netflix movie. You understand me? And, you know, a lot of women, they're single. And it's funny. You have a lot of independent women who claim they're independent, quote unquote, independent women. They're salty right now because all these years and these months and these days, they talk about, I don't need a man. I could do bad by myself. Hey, but listen, baby girl, you know, never speak things into existence. Now you really got to do bad by yourself, because you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And you fucking with dudes who don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. You feel me? So, you know, be careful. You know, a lot of chicks are on this, I'm a feminist, hear me word, but now you wish you had a dude, because now you're lonely and you're fucked up. So be careful what you put out there in the universe, and be careful what you say, because you may get that wish. You know, you saying you don't want a man. You saying that you can do bad by yourself, but you're fucking the landlord, and you going on OnlyFans page to show your ass and your titties, and you're fucking. So now what? And who's to say the OnlyFans is going to work? And who's to say fucking your landlord is going to work? Because your landlord, he may not be about that life. And even if he is about that life, that also opens another can of worms, because your landlord may get Me Too'd when everything is said and done. When everything is said and done, you may have a fucking lawsuit and say, well, I fucked my landlord under distress. You feel me? You was emotional and you didn't think in your right mind, and the landlord is getting Me Too'd because you want to thought it up. You know? You feel me? So it's a whole quagmire. You know, this whole shit is a quagmire that, you know, it's crazy. That's why, you know, everybody needs a hustle. In New York City, you need a hustle, and you need to do a little bit of frauding. Living in New York City, where I'm currently stationed at now, to survive in New York, you need side hustles and a little bit of fraud. You need to do a little bit of frauding, baby. Now, I'm not advocating to do anything illegal, but, you know, this country was built on illegal activity or immoral activity. So miss me with the shit. So ladies, you know, do your thing. If you want to sell ass to pay rent, you want to pay your rent in ass, I get it. But, you know, this goes to show that picking your mate is the biggest financial decision you're going to make. I'm going to say that again. Picking your mate or your significant other is going to be the biggest financial decision that you're going to make. Because when things like this happen, you know that your mate, your significant other, could hold you down. Instead of you struggling, instead of you having to fuck your landlord or cooking meals for your superintendent or cooking meals for your landlord, and you got to go on porn sites. You got to go on porn sites to do shit that you never thought you would have to do. You have to do something strange for some change. You understand me? Or you may have to move in with relatives, family. You may have to move back in with your mother, so you wouldn't have to sell ass on, you know, Instagram, on IG, on Facebook, you know, sell 99-cent clips. You know, you're not a fucking porn star. That's not you. That's not your lane. But you feel like, hey, I got to resort to this. I got to resort to fucking for $40. That's how fucked up the game is. And a lot of women, they feel like, you know, this is what I got to do. I got to use everything that I have. Shit, not for nothing. You have a lot of dudes who are selling their ass. If you want to keep it funky, if you want to keep it 100, you have a lot of dudes who are selling their ass. Dudes. Yes, I said dudes. You have dudes who are selling their ass. They literally selling their soul. So it's all about, you know, are you comfortable with that decision? Can you wake up in the morning and be comfortable with whatever decision that you make? You know, so it's like a catch-22. Damn if I do, damn if I don't. You know, so it's about weighing the pros and cons. Because life, 90% of life is about how you react to things. It's about how you react and how you respond to situations that occur. So how you going to react? You know, so ladies, you know, I'm going to just say this. You know, whatever you do, can you like look at yourself in the mirror? Can you sleep at night? Can you wake up happy? Can you wake up satisfied that I had to do what I had to do to feed me and my kids and my loved ones? So it's about weighing the options. Because sometimes we got no choice but to do certain things. To do certain things. You know, doing the right things. You know, it's about doing the right things. Or doing the wrong things for the right reasons. You have the right reasons to do it, but it may be wrong against your morals. So it's about doing the right things for the wrong reasons. And shit is getting real, baby. Shit is getting real. But some people, they got to do what they got to do. You know, the ends justify the means, baby. And it's about survival at this point. It's about having survival skills at that point. So if women feel like that, you know, they're using their pussy to eat, you know, pussy power, pussy makes the world go round. You know, you may have to fuck that dude who you never wanted to fuck. You were repulsed by his appearance. But hey, a woman got to do what a woman got to do, baby. And I'm not mad at you. I am not mad. But this goes to show, A, you got to save for a windy day. B, it's not about, not having enough money. It's about not making enough money. And it's not about spending too much or having nothing to save. It's about not making enough. So it's about A, making the money that make you comfortable. B, not having this I don't need men, I'm independent bullshit that's fucking up your whole psyche. And C, is about getting with a significant other, getting with somebody who could help you out or supplement your income so you wouldn't have to struggle. You understand me? So, that's all I gotta say about that. But don't get it fucked up. I'm enjoying the pictures that I'm seeing on my social media. I'm enjoying it. And on that note, this has been another episode of Swingers After Dark, and this is your host, Not Sun, baby. Check out my website at www.notsunblaze.com. That's www.nahsunblaze.com. And check out my ebook, You, Me, Us, Them, The Swinger Manifesto. It's on Nook, Kindle, iBooks, Google Play. Go get it. Shoot me an email at swingpodcast@gmail.com. That's swingpodcast@gmail.com, and hit me up with any questions or concerns that you may have. Rate, share, subscribe, and comment on this podcast. Dig. And on that note, until next time, peace.